Nothing says luxury living like having the Long Island Sound as your own private backyard, and this property has not one, but two private islands to call home. Let's go take a look at this little bit of paradise just 30 minutes away from Manhattan. And did I mention there was a Picasso inside? Let's go in and check it out. One of my favorite features of this property is this 140-foot wraparound deck that extends the entire length of the house. It is indoor, outdoor living at its finest. As amazing as the house is, it's worth remembering that this is an island.
I know, an island on the 11 acres, just an hour from the city.
And what's not to love about this kitchen? It is huge and light-filled. This island is literally large enough to feed a small village. But perhaps the best part is that you can stand right over the stove and cook and still enjoy views of the river.
Look at that. I know. Perfect.
Who has a city?
You don't?
I don't.
Oh, me neither. Not yet.
At $13,750,000, this house is a bit of a budget breaker, but there is some good news. It's up for auction in May, and you get to name your own price. So why not shoot your shot? Situated on a hilltop in Mount Kisco and overlooking 7 acres of lush land is this breathtaking 6,000 square foot modern masterpiece owned by renowned fashion designer Norma Kamali. It's sleek with clean lines and has 4 bedrooms and 5 baths, stone walls, and not one but 2.5 kitchens and soaring 25-foot floor-to-ceiling windows. Taking us on our tour is one of the top brokers specializing in exquisite Northern Westchester properties.
Hi, I'm Joanna Rizoulis, and welcome to the Glass House.
And we begin in the grandest of all rooms. Joanna, I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that this masterpiece is the great room.
This is true. This is really the heart of the home right here.
Right.
It's warm and inviting despite all the natural light that's coming in.
This was a custom-built space that's meant to be clean and simple and
Yes.
uncluttered, right?
Very much so. It is a very sort of minimalist type of home, yet it's very comfortable. I mean, I feel that in any room that you go to, you can really sort of flop down and feel like you're at home.
So part of the reason you buy a space like this really is for the privacy.
Absolutely. You don't need a single shade for privacy in this home. It's really just you want to keep out some of the sunlight for yourself. You don't see a single neighbor.
Who is this house for?
We're never sure who the buyer is, but our guess is going to be somebody that's going to use this maybe not full time. We just know they're going to walk in and fall in love.
Speaking of love at first sight, let's check out the boudoir.
Okay.
So this is the master suite where all the magic happens.
Yes.
And I definitely feel that this is a very magical space.
It is. So we have the sitting room, we have the bedroom. It's more than 1,000 square feet.
Right.
It has 2 full baths.
2 bathrooms?
2 bathrooms, 2 fireplaces. You know, again, natural light. These dark floors keep it so warm and cozy. It is magical.
And nothing tops a bathroom that is truly fit for royalty. Not a cookie cutter bathroom at all.
No, not at all. And it's round.
It is.
You know, I mean, the house is very structured, and then you come into this, and it's like just a ray of sunshine.
My favorite part of this bathroom is that if you just want to come into the bathroom and chill out.
Yeah, here we
Right?
are. Look at that. I know. Perfect.
Who has a city?
You don't?
I don't.
Oh, me neither. Not yet.
While there is plenty to love about the house, my favorite area happens to be the walk-in closet. I mean, who doesn't love a funhouse mirror to get dressed in? In addition to this, there's also this huge cedar closet, plenty of storage space for all the clothes you have, and then some. And if all that wasn't enough, you come outside to this spectacular infinity pool where you get to ponder the 3,475,000 reasons why this could be a perfect house for you. We're in Mount Kisco. Ty Milburn, News 12. Welcome to 34 Robin Hood Lane in Pound Ridge. Tucked away in the woods, this unique custom-built estate offers not one, but two places to call home. A 2,300 square foot guest house, and then this, a nearly 5,000 square foot 3-bedroom house with exceptional craftsmanship and details that you just don't see every day. Wood vaulted beam ceiling, stone walls, and floor-to-ceiling windows and doors, and views that will take your breath away. Leading us on the tour is a broker who has her finger on the pulse of Northern Westchester properties.
Hi, I'm Tina Foster. Welcome to Hawks Crest.
And our first stop is a room where I would certainly spend most of my time luxuriating.
So, Tina, this is the great room, and it feels like a hidden retreat in the forest. It really does.
Well, look at the beams, and you see this sense of privacy. All you have is the view out there to protect you. Just incredible. The construction itself is absolutely phenomenal. They wanted to give this sense of space, sort of like the nave of a ship.
In a way, it feels like you're walking into a time capsule when you come into this house, a little bit, right?
Well, it hasn't really been touched since it was finished in 1981, so
Right.
you have all of the, well, I would call it the 70s vibe.
Everything in the house, it feels super specific and super intentional.
Well, it's so that you can literally come home
Right.
and get in here, and you don't have to go anywhere else. You have everything here on the floor that you need.
One of my favorite features of this property is this 140-foot wraparound deck that extends the entire length of the house. It is indoor, outdoor living at its finest. And perhaps the best part about being out here is the view. Sweeping views of the Miannis Gorge Preserve, which is the first nature conservancy, as well as beautiful views of the Barr Reservoir. One of the big selling points to this property are the grounds that the house sits on, 5 acres. In fact, the house is inspired by Japanese design, and so are these private gardens. You see lots of stones and rocks, flowers and trees. The garden is tranquil, and it leads us to a spot that is surely to be a family favorite. There is no question that this pool area is certainly a crowd pleaser. I know I'm pleased by it, Tina. This is pretty remarkable.
Well, just imagine if you could sit here sipping your iced tea, looking out at least 750 acres of protected land, watching the hawks soar, and maybe even skinny dipping.
What a great idea.
Like that? I think it's warm. Let's jump in, Ty.
In 2019, who really has time for stairs? And good thing that this property comes with its own private elevator, and it could be all yours if you so happen to have the $3.5 million that this house costs. We're in Pound Ridge, Ty Nolan, News 12.
If you've ever seen luxury living before, you know just how much I love a gated property with a dramatic and winding driveway. And this house does not disappoint. It has 7 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms, top to bottom renovations. It's 10,000 square feet. Let's go in and check it out.
Hi, I'm Jody Rosen. Welcome to 99 Tripp Street in Bedford Corners, New York.
Leading us on the tour is the owner and designer who infused new life and style into this very grand 1914 colonial. This century-old house feels important but not too imposing. Right through the front doors, you encounter a series of entertaining spaces, including a very chic library. But we started out in the dining room, perhaps the most formal space in the house. And you can't help but notice the millwork, the hardwood floors, and beautiful furnishings, all hand-picked by Jody. It makes it the perfect place for guests, no matter the occasion.
What do you love about this space?
There's a lot of things I love about this space. All these details are over 100 years old, as is the marble mantle, and I just think it's one of the most unique and simply elegant rooms I've ever seen. There's a lot of history in this room, and it's also a wonderful entree into the new kitchen and family room.
Our next stop is that show-stopping kitchen. It's huge, the size of most big apartments. Jody, I cannot believe that I'm in a kitchen that's 105 years old. This is so fresh and so clean. This countertop, what is this?
Thank you, Ty. This countertop is called Nano Glass.
Right.
With the mitered waterfall edges on either side.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Between the family room and the kitchen, I think we have about 1,300 square feet. A lot of fun can be had in these rooms.
And I know one of the things that you said was the challenge with an old house was how do you redo it but stay true to its original bones? I feel like in this space you really have achieved just that.
That was the challenge of combining the old and the new in this home. And I picked out elements that were earthy and natural and serene.
As a perfect complement to that amazing house are the stunning grounds that it sits on. 8 acres, in fact. There's a pool and a spa. It literally feels like you are in the middle of a park. There are a gazillion trees and more privacy than you'll ever need. This is the kind of space that is perfect for parties, entertaining family and friends, and just lose yourself in the tranquility of this environment. It is perfect, unless of course you have to be the one to mow it. Enjoying all this privacy does not come cheap. This house just hit the market for $3,995,000. We're in Bedford Corners. Ty Milburn, News 12. This luxury living property has it all. A nearly 10,000 square foot, 11-bedroom mansion, a 4-bedroom guest house, a boathouse, a private lake. And did I mention there was a Picasso inside? Let's go in and check it out. Welcome to 335 Croton Dam Road. It's an iconic family estate sitting on 20 wooded acres in Ossining. The property is so spectacular you have to pass through not 1, but 2 security gates to get to the front door. That's where we met one of the top brokers in Westchester.
Hi, I'm Dalia Valdez. Welcome to the Bachwin Estate.
We began the tour in the main house where all the big parties take place. So Dalia, this is where all of the family magic happens. This room is extraordinary.
Exactly, and that's what the original homeowners intended. Right. For all the family to gather to here. This is the heart of the whole house. You have 40-foot ceilings, you have walls of windows that open up to the gardens, you have access to the main dining. It's simply fabulous, so magical it is.
This is such a grand place to live. Who do you envision living in a place like this?
This house surely can offer those individuals that want to have access to Manhattan, yet have a summer place to go for the weekend. But it also could be a permanent home. What I love about this house is not only the property, but also it's manageable. It's a family home. The moment I enter here, it has good vibes. And it has a pulse like no one else.
It has really good bones, a house like this.
It really, really does. But I like to think of it more of a chateau on the Alps.
Next up on the tour, we head outdoors to the private gardens. As great as the house is, a property like this, it's all about the land. And did I mention there are 20 acres here, full of trails and exquisite gardens that folks travel from all around the world just to check out. Isn't that right, Dalia?
Absolutely. There's orchards here, there's vegetable garden, there's a Japanese garden, you just came over the bridge. The Garden Conservancy holds tours in this area, and people from all over flock to what is the Westchester, New York Botanical Garden. There's nothing like it.
My favorite spot on the property happens to be this 3-acre private lake. I mean, who has their own private lake? You can swim in the water, you can boat in it, you can enjoy the fountain, and just ponder the question, how did I get so lucky? There is no question that a property like this with so much to see and so much to do is a hidden treasure in Westchester County. It's currently on the market for $3,995,000. We're in Ossining. Ty Milburn, News 12.